Hey guys, and welcome back. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about the news that's been circulating about Google Fiber no longer being kind of, an obscure internet provider and more of a real business model for the Alphabet Corporation, and why this is a big deal just to the, normal everyday consumer, and why we should be rooting for Google Fiber to succeed and continue to be a disruptor in the industry. So essentially, the idea of Google Fiber has been around for a really long time, and it's been viewed kind of more as a publicity stunt compared to anything else, just because Google Fiber hasn't really been released in that many cities. But now it seems like Alphabet is really putting a lot more resources into expanding and getting more subscribers. And the reason why this is important is because the more competition you have in terms of internet you can get, the much better deal you can get in terms of your monthly subscription. And we've already seen this in areas where Google Fiber has launched. We've seen, internet providers drastically reduce their monthly cost by up to 15, $20 a month. And we've also seen a major increase in the speed offerings in these particular areas. And this just goes right to the fact of Google Fiber being at 1 gigabit per second, which is just a massive amount of bandwidth that you can get. And this basically Google's main goal with this is to push internet providers into not only providing a more affordable service but also a much faster service. And this obviously is a huge benefit to Google's business itself, because the more people that have internet and access to more affordable internet and faster internet, it just helps Google's bottom line in the long run, which is probably the main reason why they got into this Google Fiber internet to begin with. But I'm happy to see that Google is planning on expanding and continuing to disrupt the market going into the future. The more competition and disruptors that we can get into the internet provider industry, the better it will be for us consumers. I mean, in the market that I currently live in, I have some really awful options. I can go with Frontier, which has really slow speeds, but it's fairly affordable, and Frontier doesn't hit you with a bunch of hidden fees and stuff like that. And then my other option is Comcast, which is the bane of many people's existence. And I decided to go with Comcast simply because I got an introductory rate of $19.99 a month for 10 megabits per second, which isn't a lot, but since I'm the one that uses the internet, it's doable. But also, I was really disappointed because right after I got my Comcast service, they decided that they were going to start implementing a data cap. And since I use tons of tons of data, watching, you know, television and such on the internet and uploading videos and things such as that to YouTube, I'm a little wary that I might end up going over their data caps at some point. But it's just really annoying that I have to kind of track my internet usage just so I don't go over and have to pay a bunch of money. But anyways, I really hope that Google continues to invest in expanding, because having affordable, fast internet, it's obviously the way of the future, and the quicker this can come along, the better it is for the consumer. And also, Google is a great company to get into providing internet service, because Google directly benefits from having affordable internet, because the more people that have the internet will use Google and subsequently their ad service, which is obviously a huge moneymaker for Google itself. But anyways, I kind of just wanted to talk about this because, you know, there's kind of been a die out in the hype that was surrounding Google Fiber initially, because, you know, the idea of Google Fiber has been around for a long time, and it's really not in that many areas currently. But, Google can only piggyback off of the hype for so long before people just kind of give up on the service. But the faster that we can get this expanded, so Google can continue to disrupt the internet provider market, the better it's going to be for us as consumers, and that's something that we should be rooting for and spreading the word essentially. So, thanks for watching this video on why I think it's really important for Google Fiber to continue to expand and do what they do, and subscribe for more tech content in the future. Thanks.